Welcome to Footprint, the onboarding platform that solves for KYC, security, and fraud. With 5 lines of code, a customizable iframe generates on your website, custom to match your exact native look and feel. Because Footprint owns the front end, you get a few immediate benefits. We immediately vault the data. It never touches your systems. We can also run fingerprinting on the device and get behavioral signals as people fill out the form. This is starting the process of triple binding identity. The first part of that was using 2FA to verify that you actively have a phone number. We then collect the rest of your PII, your name, date of birth, address, and social, to match that information matches that phone number. This then leads to the final part of the triple binding of identity, which uses passkeys. If you're on web, this QR code will appear. If you're on mobile, it natively pops up. It launches an app clip where you're going to do Face ID or Thumb ID or whatever equivalent you're using for FIDO2 to match that the face that unlocks the phone matches it, it's non-jailbroken, using a non-spoofed IP address, and that it's running on signed Apple or Android code. This works across all different platforms and different types of OS. You'll then authorize access, and a token is sent to the company upon completion, so you can have permissible access to data at any time. Once that onboarding is complete, we're going to go to the next generation security suite that is Footprint. The first thing that you're going to see is that you only need to store a Footprint token. We vault the rest in our Nitro enclaves. Let's first start talking about encryption. Only permissioned users and API keys are able to access and decrypt certain information, and they must select the reason why. Let's say a customer support agent for basic data, or maybe a CISO, a CTO can decrypt more intense identity data. This is important to create a fine-grained audit trail of how people are accessing and reviewing information and for what reasons. Now, this communicates with our encryption and tokenization APIs to retrieve information from the Nitro enclaves. These are our patent-pending technology where data is vaulted in our isolated compute environments for processing PII. What you'll see below is the audit trail. This is important here to also let you be able to view details of the different risk signals that pop up. Unlike other companies, Footprint's not a black box. We want you to understand the different risk signals, their severity, and we want to be prescriptive. We think it's our job as a company to really give you answers instead of just nebulous scores that you have to interpret. You'll lastly see that location from the device insights. Here, we'll see the security log. And this is an audit trail of how your users internally are accessing different informations. Now, lastly, let's go into that developer tab. First, you're going to see what it's like to create an onboarding configuration. Now, this is about to get fully revamped with playbooks, but for now, you can just see the custom configurations that you're able to set up for both KYC and KYB. Next, let's look at secret keys. These are credentials to authenticate our API as a tenant with very granular permissions. And lastly, Vault Proxy configurations. This is how you set up proxy destinations to talk to maybe payment providers, credit bureaus to furnish reports, or any third-party bank, financial institution that you need to send information. Lastly, you can customize, add, and invite different team members into your Footprint portal. You can give very fine-grained controls. You can update your logo. You can access and edit who has access to what information. Thanks for walking through the Footprint suite with us. We can't wait to talk to you more about what we do and what you're able to do to unify onboarding, security, and fraud with Footprint.